our church announcements for today are around our paper reports. Okay. Okay. Around our pepper report. So the comparative billing reports is another name for them, but technically it's your pepper. CMS is issuing a comparative billing report for nursing facility evaluation and management visits. And if you don't know, and I think we've talked about it, I know I've talked about it, what the pepper reports are. This is a way for you to kind of gauge where you sit with your peers in a particular industry. So if, like I said, this one is for nursing facility evaluation and management visits. Do you want to, are you, what percentile are you in? Are you above the, I think the 80th percentile? Are you below the 25th percentile? Where do you fit with those in your state, with those nationally? And then it gives you like your own snapshot as well of what it looks like. And so this is a tool that allows you to see, we may be out of our visits, or our services may be billed on a higher scale. Not to really panic, if you will, but allow you the opportunity to test and see why. So is it because of our payer mix? Is it because our patient mix? Is it because we have patients who need an acute or a higher level of care? Or Houston, we may have a problem. So, but this gives you an opportunity beforehand for you to understand if these are improper payments, if you are billing improperly, if there's a coding issue, if the documentation is whatever is going on. This gives you an opportunity to kind of do a quick little review and take a peek on what's happening. The other thing I wanted to mention about this particular one, it's relatively new. With their comparative billing reports. And because they're actually having a webinar on Wednesday, November 8th from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this webinar will actually go over and review the comparative billing reports, what you need to look for, what you need to find. You can register. The link is on the YouTube, in the YouTube description box. It has where you can register, and then you can also get the handouts. The handouts are great. They actually give you like a sample peek at what they give you a sample peek at what the report looks like. It walks you, I mean, the handout is just the bomb. It walks you into all of the things of the pepper report. They also tell you what the CBR or the comparative billing reports are not. They're not an audit. It's not something to make you change how you clinically care for your patients. It's not that. It's not a request for a response. They're not looking for charts. They're not looking for information. It is not a medical review. So there hasn't been a medical director or medical professional to take a look and review any of this information. It's more or less an aggregation of data. It's data analysis. This is what the data is telling us, and we're showing you where you fit. And also, it's not an indication of any type of wrongdoing. Now, so this particular CBR, everybody won't get this. Again, it's around nursing facilities, and not all nursing facilities will get the information, but you have the ability, if you are the medical provider, if you're the owner, if you're the compliance officer, I think if you're the quality person, and there's one other person that you can check off to actually get your CBR from their portal. You can access it. Oh wait, here it is. If you're the CEO, the president, administrator, compliance officer, owner, or healthcare provider, also you can do a special request, but they automatically usually go to your quality people. Um, yeah, and so one of the reasons why they're doing this initial nursing facility E&M visits is there has been a 13%, well, in 2022 they found that there was a 13% improper payment rate for nursing home visits, which represented over $251 million in improper payments. And the types of errors that they found for these improper payments were incorrect coding, which was 67.7%, insufficient documentation, which was 23.8%. So again, this gives you an opportunity to kind of go in, take a look, see what you got going on. And this CBR is from services from January 1, 2022 through through December 31st, 2022. Yeah. So that is my church announcement for today. Mr. Jesse, you have anything you want to?
Actually, I do have a church. Well, I think it is. Well, I guess it could be considered a church announcement. So,
Yes.
um, we have been talking about our Patreon,
Mm-hmm.
and I really and we had talked and we wanted to have an entrepreneurial lean to it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to say here, because you're going to have to come to the Patreon, there is so much information out there. And actually, I had a consultation with a a woman who has been doing government contracting for years. She's a veteran, and actively she helps people get contracts, and she actively has contracts. And it is just so much information out here, and I really and I'm learning how to navigate those huge federal websites to find out what's going on, to really drill down about where the information is, who is getting what, and how much. There's so much information out here, and I really think that you it would be in all of our best interests as HIM professionals, as people who have experience and knowledge, to look into these contracts and join our Patreon, because I will give the information there. I will drop some hints here, but it's we need to get to this money. Point
Yes.
point blank. Period.
Yes. And this is how. Oh wait, where'd she go? And this is how. Improper payment gonna make me rich.
Hmm.
Exactly. uh, let's see. How hard is it just to check the dang rules? Exactly. But because they don't, and we already talked about it, because reading is fundamental, and I guess folks don't feel that way anymore. They better go on back and listen to Reading Rainbow. Stop playing.
That's right. And with all of this outsourcing, the working for or contracting with the government is a way to hedge that, because in order to get government contracts, you have to be in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
eliminates a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of
So our
competition.
meeting after the meeting is gonna be juicy. Yeah. So again, there is a plug for our Patreon. This is where not only we provide some additional context around the things that we talk about today, and kind of debrief on those things, but then we also um right now, entrepreneurship is the key to unlock a lot of doors, and we're walking piece by piece, step by step, um walking our folks on how to get to the bags, get to the bags. Are those dollars? Get to the bags, get to the bags. All right, all right. Good information, good information. Okay, let me take this down.